What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if we trust Warner Bros. Montreal and Gotham Knights. Now, this was brought about, I do want to say this kind of early, this was brought about by a very small group of people that had a problem with a certain thing I said in the last video. I know maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it needs to be, but I do think, honestly, it's a good discussion. It's something that we can all be very honest on, talk about our expectations, talk about, where we think this game can land, and what we see Gotham Knights and Warner Bros. Montreal as, okay? And I have my opinion. I'll explain my opinion. I'll explain why I believe what I believe. I definitely want to hear from you guys in the comments below. So definitely, I would say, a different video that you guys are about to watch than what I normally do. Before I get too far into it, make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed. You guys have the bell icon turned on. If you guys want to join our Discord server, lots of Gotham Knights, lots of Batman Arkham people already in there. Link for it will be in the description below. All right, so again, I guess background is when I made the video a few days ago, I had talked about my just confusion as to why people were getting upset on a certain aspect of the game, right? And I'll leave that video at the end of this video in case you guys didn't see it. But one of the things I said in that video was something along the lines of like, Warner Bros. Montreal doesn't deserve my trust. And again, I think like 3 to 4 people got upset at that, okay? That's not a lot of people. The video did very, very well, so it's not a lot of people. But I do think it got me a little riled up when they said that, but it was like, oh, you know what? This would be, I think, a good thing to discuss. So here's the deal. And again, this is no disrespect, because I've always said this. If you guys don't think, if you guys are going down like the wrong path with how I'm, how you perceive what I say, I just don't think you've watched maybe enough of my stuff, because I've always stood by, I respect these guys. I have nothing against Warner Bros. Montreal. Nothing against them. I hope to work with them. Why would I why would I why would I hate them just to hate them? You know what I mean? I really do appreciate the work they've done. I like Arkham Origins, okay? I think Arkham Origins is a good game. Now, where it falls on your spectrum, that's up to you. Where it falls in the Batman Arkham ranking, that is up to you. I cannot tell you what to think. And that's, again, a general thing I like to say in these videos is these are just opinions. These are just what I think versus what you think, and it's okay if we disagree. So I have nothing against them, and I have nothing against Gotham Knights. It's hard to hate massively on a game that isn't out yet, that we've only seen, a combined 12 minutes of, let's say, max, okay? It's hard to just despise it, with nothing really to go off of. So it's none of that. So nobody in the comments go after me for, oh, he just hates, Gotham Knights or Batman. I mean, that would be like the stupidest thing you could say anyway. Or he just hates Warner Bros. Montreal. No. But my point with the whole, deserving of trust, and the question right now, do we trust them? Do they deserve trust? Okay, those are kind of the questions I want to ask. I can't imagine a world in which you give them 100% confidence in this game. Now that's you could call that a very like crazy opinion, or very like, I'm going all in, but that's just flat out what I think. And I don't think there's anything, truly, I mean, yeah, it's my own opinion, so maybe I'm biased, but I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that a company, and again, don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not like attacking them, but I'm giving you reasons. There's no reason a company that in 7 years has produced 0 games. Arkham Origins came out October of 2013. It's been more than 7 years. It's actually going to approach 7.5 years soon, okay? So let's say the last 7 full years, they have not produced 1 game. They've made 0 games. 0 games. They've had at least 2 to 3 games canceled internally. Now, I'm not blaming them for that, but we don't know. I mean, maybe you can, but maybe you can't. Maybe, Warner Bros. Comes in, like, higher ups and says, yeah, pull the plug on this. It seems like they did that a couple times, but then maybe a couple other times it wasn't them. Maybe it was Warner Bros. Montreal that did it themselves. So, we can't say it for sure, but that kind of helps the point of, like, trusting, okay? They've made nothing in 7 years. They've had 2, 3, 4 games canceled in that time, and they're one of the worst social media groupings I've ever seen in my life, the way they handle social media. Now, yeah, they've done okay, like, on and off, but I would say collectively, they've done atrocious. So my biggest thing is, what in God's name have they done in 7 years to have people just bow at their feet? See, that's, again, I know it's a small group that called me out the last video, but I am like stunned that there's anybody on planet Earth that gives these guys not even like benefit of the doubt. You can give them benefit of the doubt, but I can't imagine there's anybody on planet Earth that would just bow to them and say, yes, master, this game is going to be amazing, master. Yes, like who in their right mind is doing that? Again, like I did say in that video, well, and I think I should say this just in general, especially as we get closer to Gotham Knights. A thing you guys should probably know about me is I'm honest. I'm straightforward. I'm gonna take my shot. And if you don't like it, again, that's okay. I'm not even gonna tell you to leave. I don't think you need to leave. To be honest, that's my whole motto: is we can disagree. Okay, but I think it's important to note as we get closer to Gotham Knights, I'm not going to blindly love the thing just because. I'm not gonna blindly hate the thing just because. If I love it, I will give reasons. If I hate it, I will give reasons. Even with like my favorite games of all time, like I realize flaws in them. And honestly, the more I've grown up, the more I've gotten older, the more I've seen gaming companies and game franchises just collapse in front of our eyes, I think I've gotten a lot more skeptical of the final product, where I'm not going really into anything with 1,000 or 100% confidence. Like, did CD Projekt Red teach you guys? I'm not saying you guys, the guys who, again, are just bowing down and saying, oh no, Gotham Knights is a guarantee 10 out of 10 game. Why? Did CD Projekt Red teach you nothing? Did Naughty Dog teach you nothing? Now again, some people really loved Cyberpunk, but there's clear things there that are issues. Last of Us, very divided. Some people do probably still hold Naughty Dog to the exact same level because they love the game. Some people despise them now. So, like, how many companies are left with a perfect track record? Is Rocksteady even one of them? I would say no. Look what they did with Arkham Knight. Now again, now I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm not saying Arkham Knight was terrible, but look what they did. You 1000% trust them? You think that their game is going to be flawless? The only ones I can really think of is like Rockstar. Like, GTA and Red Dead are probably going to be like an elite level, but yet again, you jinx it when you say stuff like that, right? I just jinxed it. It's going to come out and going to be terrible. You know what I mean? Sony Santa Monica, Sucker Punch. I mean, you can't really 343 with Halo. Like, they've been so up and down. So, like, what makes you think that Warner Bros. Montreal is just this, they can't be touched? You know what I mean? They're just some perfect entity. And one more time, I'm sure I'll say it more than one more time, but I'm not going after them, and I also am aware it's not a massive group of people that do think this, but I do think it's important to keep our expectations in check when it comes to this game. Again, you can love it. I'm not saying it, because the thing that those like 3 people had a problem with is I said that I'm really excited for the game, like I'm pumped for it, but I don't trust it, or I don't fully trust it, or they don't deserve my trust, or whatever I ended up saying, okay? And by the way, that was just I just threw that in there. That wasn't even the main topic of that video, but, that was around the wording of what I said. And they were saying, how can you say you like the game, or you're excited for it, but you don't fully trust them, or you say they don't deserve your trust? I mean, again, like, you 1000% trust Warner Bros. Montreal? Why? Did they give you a check in the mail? Like, did they give you your stimulus check? Like, what did they do to warrant? And that's what I said to them. That's what I said, like, even on Twitter. What in God's name has Warner Bros. Montreal done in 7 full years to warrant any trust? In fact, taking maybe the more negative feel, or the more like unpopular opinion, I think you should go into this game being very skeptical of it. I think you should almost take the worrisome approach to this game versus the overly optimistic. Like, if you had to choose and be like overly optimistic or overly like worried about it, I would say I would take that one instead. Like, now, I'm a positive person by trade. I'm an optimistic person by trade, so I'm not. I am going into this hoping it's good, looking at the positives. But again, like, if these videos have taught you guys something, hopefully they have, in 2 years I've covered this game, is that I will call it out when I see something. I've been very positive on Gotham Knights for 5-6 months, ever since it was announced. There was some negativity maybe early on, but then I was very positive. And then recently, with the new info, like, I'll take my shot. When there's something negative about this game, I will take my shot. But, I'm not going in every time thinking, okay, how can I attack this game today? I don't wake up and say, I'm ready to attack Gotham Knights today. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not waking up and saying, what are our overlords, Warner Bros. Montreal, up to today? What are they going to bless us with on this earth? It's like, though, the people that think, and I'm sorry, like, if you are somebody that thinks like that, that needs to stop. Really, it's not even like gaming. You could go politics. You could go, like idol figure. You go whatever you want. You really, I think that's a terrible mindset to have, especially with something like this. I mean, again, what did they do in 7 years to warrant any trust? They've made 0 games, so you can't look to a game. You look to Arkham Origins. Do you even think all the people that made Arkham Origins are still there? Because I will tell you, 7 years, half of them, more than half of them are gone, okay? More than half of them are gone. That you just don't, gaming developers don't keep that many people for that long. It just doesn't happen, especially somebody, a studio like that. And besides that, Arkham Origins was very divisive. Not everybody loved it. They've had multiple canceled projects. They've, kind of let us on at times with, like, rumors and different things, like, online. Like, what have they done? And then Gotham Knights looks good, but also does have a lot of worrisome things about it. It's not even like it's not like the perfect gameplay presentation that they showed. It wasn't perfect. And none of the stuff they talked about has been perfect. So why do we fully trust them? So, I know those are more tangents. Those are more my personal stuff. The bigger question is, do we trust them in general? I guess to a certain extent. I mean, I don't know. To be flat out honest with you, I don't trust them. I'm optimistic about the game, but to say the word trust, which is a very truly it is. It's a powerful word. I really don't think I do trust them. You know what I mean? I'm going into it optimistic. I'm hoping they can pull it off, but I'm not like gonna go to Vegas or on my betting apps and stuff and wager a bet that they're gonna do amazing and this game is gonna get a 92 on Metacritic. Like, I will never do that because there's a lot of ways this can go wrong. You know what I mean? So again, like, one last time, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not attacking the game. I'm not attacking Warner Bros. Montreal. I'm just saying, I think we need to put our expectations kind of in check. Now, you can have whatever expectations you want. I'm not telling you you have to. I'm saying we probably should. I absolutely have. I am not looking at this game as being like the savior game. I'm looking to other games, which is probably a bad idea as well. But you know what I mean? Like, I think you have to just manage what you're thinking about it. And considering what Warner Bros. Montreal has done, I think that we should be a little cautiously optimistic is the phrase. That's what we should probably be. Again, I'm not telling you need to be it. I'm saying that's maybe what we should do. Or that's what I've done. Maybe if you guys like me or you trust me or whatever, maybe you guys do the same. That's all I'm saying, okay? So hopefully this doesn't get spun out of proportions. I don't think I called anybody out. Let me check my notes. No, I didn't call anybody out. So hopefully everything's good here and nobody freaks out on me. But, it's the internet, so I'm sure that's going to happen. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? What do you think about what I said? Do you trust them? Do you fully trust them? All that good stuff. Let me know. Again, I know this was a different kind of video. We'll do something different than this, next time we do a video on it. It's been very silent on their end, right? So maybe we can even talk about that. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.